So Apple may have decided against developing an ultra-high definition 4K television set. That's according to a recent report here. So why would the tech giant scrap those plans? They've been so hyped up in the press and everywhere else. Joining us now to talk about it is Dan Costa. He's editor-in-chief of PCMag.com. So Dan, what's your take here? I mean, how has this competition, it's already in there. It's competitive for televisions. We know that. Did it influence Apple's rumored plans to develop or now not develop possibly a television set?
Yeah, well, I think, first of all, Apple has a really robust R&D division. They're researching lots of different products all the time, so you can see why they would look at the category. The TV is the gateway to the living room. It could be the center of the digital home. That said, when you actually look at the market and look at the devices that are out there, no one is making money selling HD TVs. Even established brands like Sony don't have a lot of interest in building these big screens because the margins are just so thin. So I think Apple looked at it and said, what kind of value can we add here? And then they decided that, you know what, we have a product called Apple TV that adds a lot of value to this television set. Why don't we sell more of those and enhance that instead of actually trying to build a 50-inch television?
I mean, Dan, I remember, I'm getting old now, right? But I remember when flat panel TVs first came out and how expensive they were. They were the must-have items. Now they're a commoditized product. I can go to a Costco and get one for a few $100. So 4K televisions are different. Are consumers even ready for a 4K television in the first place?
Yeah, I think that consumers do want 4K TVs. We've been testing them for a couple of years at PC Mag. If you look at them and you look at the picture and you look at the picture quality, consumers are going to want that. They're going to say, yes, that looks better than this one next to it. I would like to buy that. The problem is there's not a ton of content available right now, and a lot of it is streamed. In order to get a 4K stream to your TV, you're going to need a broadband connection that's at least 25 megabits per second down. So I don't think our infrastructure is really ready for 4K, and then there's a content shortage for sure.
All right, so if you talk about this content shortage, you spoke about how much bandwidth you'd need just to even stream that kind of stuff in there. If you look at the 4K television market right now, is there a clear winner or somebody that's going to emerge as that person that's going to dominate 4K if it's not going to be Apple because they're not going to get into these televisions?
Yeah, I think it's going to be, there's going to be a number of companies involved, but I don't see anybody really dominating. There's only a couple of companies that actually build the panels themselves. Most of the retailers you see out there are just rebranding it for the US, and they're not making a ton of money on them. So I think it's going to be a wide open market. The other thing about TVs is that people don't upgrade them a lot. Once you've got a 50-inch TV in your living room, you're sort of loath to move that out. You can move it around the house, but the upgrade market isn't really something that Apple like. So I look at Apple, I say, you know what, they would rather sell you a $500 watch, which you're going to upgrade every 2 years, as opposed to a $500 TV that you're going to keep for 5 years.
I can tell you right now, Dan, I've had my 40-inch television, flat panel television, for about 7 years now. So maybe it just speaks to your point, Dan. Thank you so much, Dan, for joining us here. That's Dan Costa. He is the editor-in-chief of PCMag.com. And thanks for watching The Tech Bet. I'm Dominic Chu. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Downey from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.